All right. What's up, fellas and ladies? Time for Wake Up Mintzy, presented by the fine folks of Dude Wipes, drinking some Stella Blue afternoon coffee with the one, the only, Ella Grif. Ella, how are you today?
I'm so excited. It's second weekend of Jersey Shore Eve, so my vibes are really high. I'm really excited.
Well, you're not the only one excited because everybody that's watching the Barstool Beach House is also excited. I thought it would be a big success when I heard the idea, especially when I heard the cast we've got, because we've got a lot of wild characters in there. But last weekend blew the freaking roof off even my high expectations.
I know.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And the story, you've got such a funny crew of people in there on the women's side with you, Jackie, and Bree, and Annika, and Una, and then the guys' side was really funny too with Kadek and Smokes and Tommy Smokes and Danny Conrad. But heaven said,
I feel like there's such a good dynamic. Like Annika is the one that'll like call anyone out. Like she's a badass. Me and Kadek are just like dumb and drunk. Bree, I feel like will call people out and like she's the big star. Nikki always getting in trouble, and then the romance with Danny and Jackie, and then Tommy's just always like chilling with his sarcasm. It's like everyone together, like it meshes so well.
Well, what about Uncle Dante? Because
I know I forgot about Dante.
No, but I think that's hilarious because everybody in this cast,
we need an old guy.
Yeah, everybody in this cast is like early 20s to late 20s. Tommy Smokes, I think, is like 28, and then Dante is like my age.
Mm-hmm. But he can still he can hang.
No doubt. No, I mean Dante. So I don't know if you knew this. So back in the day, Barstool had the Blackout tour like 15 years ago, and Dante DJ'd it on parties all over the country, and those are some of the wildest Barstool things.
Oh, my God.
Literally ever. So Dante could still hang. So when they put this together and approached you about it a few months ago, what'd you think?
I mean, I was like, Jersey Shore, hell yeah, this sounds right up my alley. But I was a little bit hesitant about the format, like that it would just be clips. I was like, oh, how is that like going to go over, I guess? But it has completely exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, the moral of the story is trust Dave Portnoy always.
Yeah.
Because, when I heard the idea, I was like, oh, this is going to blow up. But they're doing the dynamic of the social clips posted in real time and the recap shows. But, I mean, there were over 1 million impressions on the Barstool Beach House Twitter account last week. And, I mean, this account just was, like, created like a month or two ago. I mean, it went completely nuts. But there's a lot of stuff to get into on like storyline stuff, because that, a lot of this started on the Nikki Smokes Annika drama from the last year. I feel like that's where Dave got the idea.
Yeah, it was when we had that whole blow up at Brandon Walker's funeral.
Yes. Yeah, but so it kind of started with that, but there's a ton of storylines. Obviously, Annika and Nikki used to date, don't anymore. They're friends, but that's always a weird dynamic when you're around your ex. And then last weekend, all hell broke loose at that thing. I mean, and I expected that to happen. Everybody's in their mid-20s, and obviously everybody's boozing real hard. But having said that, I didn't think it would get that crazy in weekend one.
No, I know. I mean, like, I would watch, and I was there for some of the arguments. Like, I'd go back and watch everything that happened the next morning. But, like, I feel like I just like never wanted to fully be involved in like tuning in and listening to the drama because one, I was too drunk, and the other thing I was like, I don't want it to kill my vibes. But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I'll compliment you. I think you did a good job just living life, being in the moment, because it's I know it's got to be weird because there's cameras in y'all's faces like the whole time. Yeah. And that can be like a weird thing to adjust to. But what makes this show unique and good is just y'all are being yourselves. Mm-hmm. And not overthinking about the camera thing. And I don't know. And so some highlights for your thing. First, I want to hear about this bike you won.
Okay, wait. I have no idea how I won it. They were just like, hey, come to the stage. And someone's announcing with this big shiny bike on stage, like lit up under a spotlight. The winner of this bike is Ella Grif. And I was like, no. I literally went up to him. I'm like, show me like where it says that I won. Yeah, and I rode that home. Actually, I forgot about it. I went home, and then I was like, holy fuck, I forgot my bike that I won. And I had security Mike take me back to get it. And then I think I had to, like, walk it home, because I guess you can get a DUI.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
I think either I forgot how to ride it, or Security Mike told me that and was like, hey, don't fully ride the bike. But I just found out today that Sun Cruiser wants to send me another bike to the Chicago office.
Let's go. And so we could have like a new biking with Ella series around Chicago.
2 bikes
I could
now.
see like we have Frank Walks. How about Ella bikes?
Yeah, I literally have a Jersey bike and a Chicago bike.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, you went crowd surfing on Friday
Yes.
night for the first time. I've done it a few times now, and that's a wild feeling because you completely give up control. Were you nervous? How was that?
Well, I've never done it, so I was like, are these assholes just gonna kind of be like, oh, fuck it, it'll be funny if she just, like, falls. But I think Security Mike, like, told them, like, I think she's about to try to, like, crowd surf, so, like, they were prepared. But, like, still, there could have been assholes, like, that were like, let's drop her or something. Who the hell knows?
Well, at least you were smart enough to go on your back, because the first time I did it, I jumped stomach first, and you can use your imagination. That's why that's not a smart idea. So at least you knew more than me. But that was crazy. So how'd that happen?
I don't know. We were just, like, dancing on stage, and the crowd was so hyped that I was like, I feel like this would be, like, a good time to do it. I honestly don't really have much thought process.
Yeah, you
like,
just act in the moment.
drunk.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I saw it, and I was like, I'm going to crowd surf. And then, like, 2 seconds later, I was.
Hell yeah. And then some other highlights from the weekend. You and Katie look like y'all, the combo of y'all was really, really, really funny. I mean, it was just like a lot of off-the-wall content.
I mean, we normally, like, hang out in the office, like, even before this show, and, like, we'll laugh and shoot the shit. And I've gone out with him a couple times in Chicago.
Okay.
With our friends, but I did not, like, think that I would be, like, having so much fun with him, like, literally, like, just dying laughing at, like, anything he says or does. I don't know. I feel like he has, like, a contagious laugh.
He does. And I felt like I think the show has been big for everybody that's on it. And so, but I thought Katie had a just absolutely huge weekend.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm so happy for him. He's, like, they love him.
Yeah, the Katie crawlers. We had the Pass Pro video with the shirt off, the belly flop into the, did you do the cold tub?
Yeah.
How cold was it?
Like, not that bad the first time, because I've never done a cold plunge.
Me either.
The first time
I'm
I was
terrified
like,
of that.
Oh, God. But then I think it's worse when you sort of, like, try to, like, lower in. So then I started just jumping in.
Yeah, that's in general when stuff's cold. Whenever you just, like, ease in, it's bad. You just got to just sack up and jump in.
Exactly.
No, that's cool. Well, I got to say, you made my whole weekend when you texted me with the King of the South shirt pick on Saturday. I really, really appreciate that. I didn't expect that. Like, just what you just thought about. You're like, this would be funny if I wore this.
No, I like requested it to be sent to the beach house. They sent us like, oh, we should have like some Barstool merch at the house, and immediately I was like, yep, I'll have this T-shirt, and then like there was a couple other things but I didn't end up finding them.
Well, I definitely got a lot of texts from my friends with the video you dancing and twerking in it. There was a lot of people were like, what's going on? This is awesome.
I had to rip that shirt from Dante's hands because I guess he ordered one too.
Oh.
And he was like, there was only one. And I was like, dude, I've been waiting for this for so long. Like, I'm so. He goes, okay, fine, I'll give it to you.
That's awesome. Well, that really, really makes my day. So storyline wise, I mean, obviously this thing's gotten beaten to death, so I don't want to like annoy you about it. But first weekend, we obviously had the Nikki Smokes, all kinds of drama there. The Danny and Jackie love stories. You know, it's kind of heartwarming.
I love it. Even my sisters and my mom are texting me like, oh my God, I love Danny and Jackie. I feel bad because I don't want to put too much pressure on them, but like regardless, it's like adorable.
Yeah, it is.
It's like wholesome.
Yeah, and especially like I mean, I don't know Jackie as well. I did a fishing trip with her with outdoors.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's really funny and witty.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's very funny. But being around Danny day to day here, Danny's awesome.
Oh yeah,
he's like just salt of the earth, and he does a damn good job here too.
Yeah.
And he's had, I feel like he's become a big part of the Yak and Rising, and I love that he's on this and kind of getting to.
Yeah, I love both of them.
So going into weekend 2, like a lot of storylines were established. Is this thing going to be like gas on a fire weekend 2? Like I feel like anything's possible here.
I know. That's why I'm just kind of trying to go in with no expectations. I mean, that's what I did the first time, and it, all these things that happened I never would have like expected. I'm hoping I can stay out of drama. It looks a little stressful to be going through it. I don't really see what I could end up being involved in. Like, I'm not trying to fuck anyone. So I think the hardest part is just gonna try and like still be like rallying. I don't know.
Well, I feel like weekend 2, you still got some, like, because I mean, obviously y'all partied hard. Like, it was very apparent. I mean, y'all started boozing right like 10 a.m. every day till 2 or 3 a.m. I feel like the weekend 4 of that's going to be rough because everybody's going to be worn out. But like weekend 2, I feel like y'all are still, you got a few days recovery.
You know what? I think that weekend 3 might be bad because this weekend I feel like there's still a lot of adrenaline. There's people that like are like, hell yeah, that was awesome, let's do it again. And then there's people that are like, I want to redeem myself. I think Una was saying that. But then we have camp and then we come back. I think weekend 3 might be bad.
So the schedule, who all, you, Annika, Nikki, anybody else has both?
It's all
it's
just all the Chicago people.
Yeah, so next week we go to northern Wisconsin, almost up in Canada. We're like flying up to the Rhinelands, wherever the hell that is, Rhinelands, Wisconsin. That's actually Monday to Thursday, and I'm pumped about that. I don't know if you grew up. I grew up going to summer camp every year, and I have a lot of fond memories of it. I did it for like 8 years, and like getting to stay in a bunk bed in a cabin with all these Barstool people. And I didn't get to go last year because misunderstandings from the past. But we're off the blackball list. I'm stoked about that. But y'all are you're flying out tomorrow morning, then you fly to Wisconsin on Monday
from Jersey.
And then you go back to Jersey from Wisconsin. You're right. Weekend 3 is going to be the rough one.
Yeah. Because I think weekend 4, we're going to be like, this is our last one.
Yeah.
Let's make the most of it. But yeah, no, I think it'll be nice to go into nature and like touch some grass in between. Yeah,
for sure. And then also the fact that you flew back Sunday last week. This time you're in Jersey till Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, I know y'all will never take it easy Sunday, but it seems like an opportunity to maybe like chill Sunday.
I was thinking like, that'll be so nice to just like reset. But then I'm like, ooh, it might be nice if we like have a family dinner and like get a little drunk.
Nice. What'd you think of the Roan showing up for the recap show?
I like that idea. I think that's a really good idea. I love Roan. I think that he's good at like interviewing people, grilling them, and like.
I think he's the most talented person in this entire company.
Oh,
or one
he's
of them.
a genius.
I mean, like, and that's saying something because we got a lot of talented people, but I mean, I think Roan literally is a genius.
Yeah.
And everything he touches just turns to gold.
I know. It really like impresses me that he can even, not only is he like really quick and witty and like smart, but like the music he can do.
The rap battle thing, he's one of the best rap battlers in the world, and he's like a white kid.
I feel like you have to be super. I feel like you have to be super smart to be able to like rap like that, like super fast. Like I could never do it. What is it?
Yeah, no, I couldn't either. Well, we all know I can't do it. But Pup, and then also there's a Pup Punk show I believe Friday night y'all are all going to.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be awesome. I'm sure there's gonna be some more crowd stuff.
Movie and Smelly are coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
I feel like the guest aspect of different people showing up every weekend is great. The Nadu thing, will he show up or not, is a looming. I know. Yeah, I know. I know. It would definitely pour gas on the fire, though.
Yeah. I don't even really know what he's like. Like, what would he want to try and start fights?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm friendly with him. I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I think he would definitely get some more clicks, and it would be. I mean, Dave is already instigating it. It would definitely be funny. So, do y'all have anything? Do you know anything else other than Pup Punk? And then, like, do y'all go to the beach any, or y'all just like by the beach?
We were supposed to, but I think that people were sort of like doing their own thing. I think on Friday we were supposed to do the beach, and we were like, some people were like hungover and needed naps, but we're gonna do a boat day on Friday.
Oh, awesome!
This week, yeah, I think Friday. I'm really excited.
And then I saw Dante and Tommy have a surprise plan for the women in the house. Who knows what that could be?
Yep. I know what it is, but
yeah, fair. Don't share. Yeah, don't. No, we've already spoiled enough on Wake Up Mintzy in our history. No, I'm a huge Tommy Smokes fan as well.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the funnier people in this company, and he like doesn't take himself too seriously either.
I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's really funny, and he I don't know. I think it's awesome that he's on the cast. Well, I can't wait for weekend 2. We'll see what happens with the Jackie Danny thing.
I know.
I mean, who knows what the hell is going to happen with Nikki with all the I will give
Just
him
a fucking tornado all the time whenever
Yeah.
Nikki's around.
Yeah, I'll give him some credit though. He got like piled on 20-on-1 in the office.
He's good at.
Yeah, no, he
resilient.
stood in there and took it, and that's not an easy thing. I've gone through some of that in my Barstool time, and like he stood in there and he took it.
If people shit all over me the way that they did on him all weekend, I probably would not be returning.
Yeah,
Like, he's pretty resilient just all the time. And, like, I would, like, you know how, like, Dave is always giving him shit? Like,
always.
Oh, my God. If I just, I don't know how he, like, handles it.
Yeah, I think the big thing I've learned, just don't read comments. As long as, like, I actually will, like, look on Twitter and Instagram and just see the engagement. And if I see, like, hundreds of likes and comments, I'm like, well, people are talking about it.
Yeah.
It's good. Because if you
I
go
think that's what helped me this past
if you
weekend.
go down the comment rabbit hole, and it's just like all that, like I actually heard like Joe Rogan doesn't ever look at comments either.
I know. I think that's why I had so much fun this weekend, because I didn't read anything and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I think that you crushed it because of that attitude. You were just yourself, having a great time, and that was organic. And you're over a year now into Barstool. How do you think things are going here for you?
I think good. Yeah. I love it. I just started my podcast.
I love the clips out of it.
Yeah.
I need to come on there sometime.
Yeah, you do.
Especially because I'm out here on the get hot, dating around at 42. It's really funny.
I will have you on for that. And then, I think this beach house thing is really helping. So I'm excited. I feel like it took me a while to sort of like
find your niche.
Yeah,
it's a totally different culture, and it's also they just give you so much freedom here that at first you're almost
that
like
freaked me out. I
was like, what do I do? But then you kind of get to know everyone, and it's good. Well, Barstool Beach House leaving tomorrow morning. Check out the clips all weekend long on Stool Beach House on Twitter and Barstool Beach House on Instagram. I'll be tailgating for all of them. I cannot wait to see what Weekend 2 provides. And I want to say thanks for joining us here on Wake Up Mintzy.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. Let's get hot. 2025.
Get hot.
Shout out Dude Wipes for cleaning up all. All right. What's up, fellas? Shout out Ella Grif for joining us here on Wake Up Mintzy. Getting ready. She's headed to the Stool Beach House. Can't freaking wait for Thursday. Headed out tomorrow morning. Going to be a wild weekend on the Jersey Shore. And, man, I just can't say enough about that Stool Beach House content. Over 1 million impressions on Twitter last weekend, and so many great storylines. Shout out Dave Portnoy. The man can basically all but turn water into wine when it comes to these content ideas. There's never been anybody better. Joined by Tyler Moody, now from Louisiana. What's up, Mr. Moody? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, brother. Might be a little sick, but we're going to power through here. I'll say about the Stool Beach House. I normally don't consume a ton of content. I had my notifications on for Stool Beach House. It was riveting content. And I mean, I couldn't look away. It was great stuff the entire weekend, storyline after storyline, obviously some drama as well. I'll be honest, when I first saw the game plan behind it, I was like, I don't know if it's going to work out, but I don't think it could have been a better success. I mean, it really and truly was elite content. And dude, Ella and Katie stole the show. She was so damn funny. She was cracking me up when she was doing her southern accent, like she was just fucked up, acting crazy. It was good stuff, man. It really was funny stuff.
Yeah, I forgot to ask Ella about the fact she was texting me at like 3 a.m. Saturday night. Like, I was just laughing so hard. Like, Ella was texting me just like drunk all through the night. It was so funny. But, dude, it's great. I can't wait to watch it all weekend. Tomorrow night, Mook, there's a watch along for the clips. Mook Can't Sleep starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow. It'll be real fun that I'm on. They're going to be reacting in real time to the Thursday night clips from Stool Beach House. Excited about that. Bunch of stuff to get into because first of all, the Barstool After Dark stream rained out last night, the Perfect Game stream. But it's going to be, Tate just announced it's going to be made up on September the 9th, which is 13 days from now. So that'll be a wild one. I mean, 27 straight outs with this crew. I mean, we might be there till the end of time.
I saw you're the catcher as well, right? So you're going to have to field a bunt, throw somebody out.
Yeah, I'm going to field a bunt, throw a guy out first, somebody out at first. And I got to be wearing catching gear the whole time. But there's somebody, hitting fungos from home plate, so I don't have to actually catch.
That's good.
But that'll be a real.
What's your pop time? You know what your pop time is?
What does that mean?
Then that's like the time the ball enters your glove as a catcher. And when you throw it down, if you can throw somebody out a second, the time the ball hits your glove to the second baseman's glove, that would be your pop time. So probably pretty slow, one would imagine.
I would not bet the under. That's for sure. But that's going to be a really fun stream. But that's going to be, there are a lot of people. Tate got a lot of salty DMs last night, but it was like thundering and pouring at like 4 or 5 p.m. and then ended up clearing up some at night. So there's some stoolies mad that. But the problem was, look, so much goes into these streams. I mean, this thing was like an hour and a half away. And with all the production stuff, you're dealing with a lot of logistics. It's not as easy as it seems. But we'll still have it in 13 days. That'll be fun. Like I mentioned, the Barstool Beach House stuff. I had a huge time in Indy over the weekend, Moody. I hadn't been to Indianapolis in 14 years. Downtown Indy kind of pops. I didn't really, I knew it was known for hosting like the Final Fours and the Big Ten football championship and big events. But it was really popping. And there was this Drum Corps International final that had thousands and thousands of people at it. And then I went to the Everwise Amphitheater. It was like a new amphitheater. It was a few years old. It was awesome to see Panic. And Moody, I got to talk about what happened to me, the situation.
Okay. What you got?
All right. I mentioned it on the act yesterday. All right. So I'm at Kilroy's, well-known bar. It's like a Indiana Hoosiers big college bar in Bloomington. Barstool does stuff with them, but they've got locations in Indianapolis too. So I'm walking over to my buddy Steve Lopez's table, the Panic tour manager, and his friend, and just saying hello. And this waitress, who I was having kind of a rough night apparently already, she sets all these drinks down on the corner of the table, but at a non-stable spot, and they just spill everywhere, okay? And I'm not even at the table yet. And then she turns around and says, the guy in the blue shirt grabbed my butt, which caused it. Now, I'm the guy in the blue shirt. What? So apparently they went and looked at the film and the tape, because the Kilroy's people already knew me, so they didn't give me crap about it. They just went and checked it out. And I'm not even in the picture. It was crazy. But she ended up getting escorted out. And I doubt she works there anymore.
So she hit you with a Brie on Nikki Smokes type allegation.
Yeah, but it was wild. I mean, she was like, what? It's crazy. So, yeah, so that happened. But Indy, I went to St. Elmo's, the super famous steakhouse. It's like Peyton Manning's favorite steakhouse, and you always see everybody go at the NFL Combine. Did a video of the famous shrimp cocktail. Moody, they put so much horseradish in the shrimp cocktail, it'll make your hairs on your nose tinge. I mean, it was
One of my buddies texted me and said, I see Mintz is doing the cocktail challenge. He said that thing will clear you out. Did it get you going, if you know what I mean?
Not too bad, but man, I did the video and I was just wincing on the video how hard it was, but it was good. It was really good. But shout out St. Elmo's. It's been open over 100 years. I think it was either 1902 or 1927. I'm not sure which. But it was a classic place. And, I'm used to these Chicago prices. Moody, I had an awesome ribeye, cream spinach, the shrimp cocktail, and some soup, and my tab was $90. In Chicago, that's $200. But that was awesome. There's a big funny thing I was getting grief for. So stayed with a Mormon childhood family friend of mine. Yeah. And everybody was, and our 6 kids out in Carmel in the suburbs, and everybody was thought that was funny, my Instagram pic. But Brandon,
I'll tell you what I thought was funny. You shared something with, I guess it was you and 3 or 4 of the boys. There was a picture on Twitter, and your inability to just call them boys versus Mormon boys, you had to make sure everyone knew they were Mormon. That shit cracked me up, bro. I was like, me and the Mormon boys. I was like, bro, they're just boys. But dude, it was that had me rolling.
Well, I felt like the whole point of it was the widespread panic and the Mormon differences was the whole thing that made it funny, I thought. But anyway, but Brandon Walker was giving me all this crap. He was like, why are you staying with them? Dude, the Indy hotel rooms were $600 a night. Hell yeah, I stayed somewhere free to save $1,200. And let's be very honest here, Moody. We're on fumes. This is the end of the summer. I did Charleston for a wedding in Panic, the Ole Miss NCAA Super Regional, not Super Regional, the Panic Chicago. I went to Omaha for 8 days for the College World Series. I went to the World Series of Poker in Vegas for 2 weeks. I did the Fish Chicago, and then I did the Panic Indy, all in 3 months. We're on fumes here, boy. This has been a big summer, very big. So, we had the measures were taken.
Out of all the places you stayed, how many times did you pay for one of your places out of the room, out of your own pocket?
I don't think any. I know I didn't.
There you go.
I stayed with the Stoolie in Omaha a few days, which was fun. But then that was sponsored by Canes. Had a hookup in Vegas. Yeah, stay with a friend in Charleston, a friend in it. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's a Mintzy tour, dude. You know,
Does the
it's
Mintzy
the
tour, you got
balling
to
on
take
a, but the
advantage of
Mintzy
it.
tour is the balling on a budget. You know, I'm not the richest guy in the world, but I do enjoy a lifestyle. That's for sure.
I will. I'll give you credit. Your ability to finesse your way around music festivals, sporting events, whatever it may be, is second to none. I mean, you're the finesse guy when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's a maneuvering big cat. I catch crap for it, but it's a maneuvering game. It's a networking game.
Yeah, it's
But
finesse.
huge time in Indy. Huge shows were awesome. The amphitheater was awesome. Had a funny moment. Moody. They were playing like protein drink soda machine Friday. I was just going nuts. Dude, my phone like flew out of my pocket while I was jumping up and down dancing. Dude, it was bananas. But great weekend back here. Obviously, I mentioned that still thing. The After Dark pushback stuff here. Friday going to Pirates Cubs. Excited. We got a little rooftop Barstool party on Friday. Can't wait for that. Playing the $1,110 MSPT event on Saturday, like 20 minutes away over the Indiana border. And then Camp Barstool all next week, Monday to Thursday, going to the Rhinelands in northern Wisconsin this year. Not on the blackballed list, so excited to get to do that. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. Beyond that, I know we're getting excited about football season, fantasy drafts in full swing.
Yep.
We're getting the Fantasy Football Factory pod rolling again, me and Shay, which is super exciting.
Yeah, that'll be out tomorrow. I'm working on it tonight, so we'll have the first episode quarterbacks out tomorrow about I don't know noon or something.
Hell yeah. Excited about that. And then I got a New Orleans Labor Day trip too. That'll be fun. I haven't been to New Orleans since the Super Bowl. It's been a while, and going to go play the World Series NOLA main event and go to the Tulane Northwestern opener. And then after that, we're going to kind of shut it down for like 6 weeks, just doing work up here football season, getting ready for the marathon. So
You did say a couple months ago you were going to shut it down with the traveling. That didn't we the
No, I
lie
shut it
detectors.
down until May. I said all year I'm shutting it down, and the summer is going to be wild. That's exactly what I said was
fair.
coming.
That's fair.
I said I'm chilling till May, but once this Charleston was the opening week in the summer, I'm like, it's good. This summer is going to be just all time nuts, and it was. I mean, it's been absolutely.
Well, you said something else to me that I want to get your take on real quick before we move on to sports. We were talking about widespread panic. You were talking about how wild it was this weekend. You said something to me that I've never heard you say before. You think sooner rather than later, your widespread panic tour, chasing it down, is going to end. How many more years do you think you have left going to these concerts and wilding out?
No. Here's the thing. It's on how long they play, not me. I think I maybe have
Okay.
missaid it. If they play, I'm gonna keep going. They're older. They've had some health concerns. I feel like they only got a few years left. But
All right,
if they play 7 or 8 years from now, I'm going to go. But I'm just like trying to do the thing where I don't know that it's going to last forever. So I'm trying to go as much as I can. Good summer, though, man.
Fair.
Seven Panic Show summer, 2 Fish shows.
How many shows are you up to now as far as
I
panic's
think it's like
concerned?
215.
Jeez.
I had a tweet. I was like 19 years, 215 shows. Still enjoy it as much at 42 as I did at 23. I mean, I don't know. I'm actually like lucky that I have something I enjoy that much in my life, because like you get older, everything gets like a little withered and jaded as you get older, and like not this, not that. So been a great music summer, but getting ready for football. Do want to touch on some Major League Baseball too. We had our DraftKings live home run boost stream this afternoon. Moody, 2 weeks in a row giving me a winner. Last week it was Vlad Jr. Today it was Berger for the Rangers, who I didn't even know who that was. And you said he's going to hit
You
a
know who
homer.
Jake Berger was?
No.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Oh my God! Speaking of the Rangers, they just gave up 4 runs in the top of the ninth to blow the lead. It's like the third day out of the last 4 that the Rangers have blown the lead late. That's awful. But yeah, I gave you Jake Berger hit a home run today. I liked Wyatt Langford going into today. He was the one that I was going to give you originally. He set out. He's nicked up. Jake Berger ended up getting a start. Gallen's fastball has just been getting crushed this year. He throws it 30% of the time to right-handers. Jake Berger was the next best play, and Jake Berger came through.
Yeah, he crushed one out to left center. But that was a fun stream. DraftKings, the 20% unlimited home run boost on Wednesday with a Barstool promotion. So we're firing them every week. Are the Brewers ever going to lose a game?
No, I don't think so. They were up I think they just won another one. Yeah, they just got
12-5, I
another
think.
dub. Yeah, like 12, 12-5 final. They're playing great baseball. Ever since they got Andrew Vaughn and added him to that lineup, they've just been playing incredible baseball. Bryce Terang is all of a sudden a home run hitter. I mean, he's having an incredible year at the plate. Yelich, after his back surgery this summer, has been consistently good for them all year, and he is the key cog in this offense. There's no doubt about it. When Yelich is playing well, they play well. He's been great. He's been consistent lately. Look, Sal Frelick stepped up. William Contreras. All of these guys are living up to their potential and to some of their contracts. And they get timely hitting. They pitch well. The bullpen's rock solid. They play defense and they steal bases. They literally are a baseball team. They're not a bunch of names. They're not just some dudes that hit home runs. They are a collection of legitimate baseball players that play as a team. And you have to tip your cap to the Brewers. It's why I gave them out at the All-Star break to overtake the Cubs and win the division. And right now, that looks really good.
Oh, were they up like 6 games now?
Yeah, probably after today, probably like 6. I don't have it right in front of me, but I think
Yeah, I
so.
mean they're running away with this thing. I know you were mentioning that you were worried about that Jackson Churio injury, and it hadn't mattered.
Hadn't mattered. Vaughn's just played so well for him. They'll get Churio back in about 2 weeks. We got fantasy baseball playoffs starting in 2 weeks, so I'm hoping he's back. He's on my main team. Need him to get healthy and get back. But Churio, look, he had a sensational finish at the end of last year. I mean, really kind of took flight. If he comes back and he can recapture some of that, I don't see any way the Cubs catch them. I really don't.
Yeah, and then also want to mention the Padres after going all in at the deadline and making some insanely bold moves, especially trading the number 3 prospect in the sport to the A's. Tied the Dodgers, and then the Padres were crushing the Giants today. So I know they made some bold moves, but so far so good.
So far, so good. I was a little more critical of the Padres. I didn't think they would be able to keep up with the Dodgers down the stretch, even with the moves that they made. But they're playing great baseball. Tatis has woken back up finally. He's hitting like, I think, 320 or something over the last couple weeks. He's hitting the ball hard, which matters the most. But that lineup's good. They just need to pitch well down the stretch. Man, beating the Dodgers, though, having more wins than them down the stretch is a tall, tall task. I don't know if they're going to get it done, but they're a good team, and they're beating the shit out of the Giants right now. It's 10-0 in the 6th.
Yeah, and then some other baseball stuff. The Guardians are red hot. I mean, I know they're still down like 6.5 to the Tigers in that division, but man, they're right there on the wild card thing now.
Yeah, ever since they lost their closer, had 2 of their bullpen arms get in trouble for gambling. It's kind of like that lit a fuse underneath them. Pretty much as soon as the trade deadline passed, they started taking off. And one of the most interesting things, especially if they find a way into the playoffs, is the fact that they did not trade Stephen Kwan. He was one of the most talked about bats at the deadline. There was plenty of offers for Stephen Kwan. They elected to keep him, and he is one of the big pieces in that lineup. And he's playing great right now for them. You got to give them a lot of credit for holding their pieces and thinking they had a chance, because I did not think they had a chance 2 weeks ago. That is not the case today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I know the Cleveland fans really wanted to keep Quan because he's kind of a bullet figure too. And then AL East wise, I know Judge came back and saw he hit a home run last night, but the Yankees thing, I mean, they've definitely been struggling.
Well, they've picked it up a little bit, and I'll tell you when they picked it up. Not so much because of Judge, but because of Giancarlo Stanton. He is hitting the piss out of baseballs right now. He's shortened up his swing. I mean, he's got literally just nothing in the lower half. He's just upper bodying balls out of the ballpark. He's hitting singles and doubles around the yard. They're making him play outfield because Judge has to DH right now with his elbow. But Stanton, since he has returned and kind of regained form, that has helped propel them. They're in a great spot right now. They played well the last few games. They're not out of the woods by any means as far as the playoff spot is concerned. But if they can have Judge and Stanton click down the stretch, I think the Yankees will probably hold off the Guardians and my Rangers, who just lost 6-4.
Oh, tough. The Rangers
Ugh,
losing 5 out of
disgusting.
6, got swept by the Phillies, and now lose 2 out of 3. 1-5 at home. It's
Yeah.
tough. Oh, I hate that on the ninth because I hopped on that 70-1 with you at the All Star break and wasted a good Merrill Kelly with a really good outing today against his whole team too.
The bullpen's just starting to fall apart. The Rangers had the best ERA in baseball up until a couple days ago. I think they're now like second or third, and the reason that their ERA is going up is because of the bullpen. Robert Garcia has just gone to shit. I didn't even see who it was that blew it tonight, but it's or today. It's falling apart though, very very unfortunately. The Rangers have to right the ship immediately because the Yankees are playing better baseball, and the Mariners and Astros, I don't think, are two teams that the Rangers can catch at this point. So they got to find their way into that third wild card spot, and unless they figure it out over the next couple days, I don't feel great about it. I felt great 2 weeks ago, felt good last week. Today, I am officially worried that the Rangers are going to miss the playoffs.
All right, I want to switch over to the NFL. A few stories. Did you see Shamar Stewart, the Bengals' first-round pick, hit Joe Burrow in practice, and then the fight broke out?
No, I didn't. But listen, brother, you can't be doing that.
Hell
That is
no!
a
What are you doing?
franchise. That's insane. Do you think there was any animosity? I'm sure it's just a dumb rookie mistake. He was trying to play hard and just made a mistake. I guarantee you that's what it was. But do you think was any animosity towards the team to a degree because they were trying to throw the extra language in, his contract got held up, all that stuff. Do you think there was any animosity towards the rest of the guys maybe?
I, I can't speak for that. I just think he's probably young and did something stupid. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, dude, are you kidding me? Like, how could you do that?
Stupid.
Unbelievable.
Imagine he hurts Burrow right there. Imagine Burrow goes down, hurts his arm, like
He
lands
would have
on
gotten
his
like
left
thrown out
shoulder.
of Cincinnati.
Ugh, disgusting. I mean, I think Burrow's going to be the MVP this year. I think he's going to have the best season
And
that
I
we've
hate that he
seen
was
from
plus
him.
650. If he was 10-1, I'd be all over it because I do
I,
agree.
I, I still like it. I think he's going to light it up as long as he's healthy and that offensive line gives them just a little bit. I think he's going to light it up. I think that passing attack is going to be the best in football, and they're going to need it because their defense is not that great. It's going to fall on Burrow's shoulders this year, as it has the last few, and I have no doubt that he's going to rise to the occasion.
And then Shador Sanders' oblique injury, which I hate. I absolutely hate because he played well the other night. And
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in this Cleveland quarterback room with these injuries right now. I mean, it's crazy. Everybody, they had 4 going into the season, and now they had to sign Tyler Huntley, and Gabriel's hurt, Shador's hurt, Pickett's hurt. I mean, what's going on?
And apparently they're going to keep all of the quarterbacks there was word yesterday they're going to keep all of them going into the season. They don't want to cut anybody loose. It's Joe Flacco's job to lose at this point. Kenny Pickett has looked decent. Dylan Gabriel has been kind of beat up, so he hasn't been able to produce much. But I will say, Shador Sanders really did impress me in his preseason start. I didn't know what to expect from him. He looked like a guy that could lead a franchise potentially. I understand it's the preseason. You got to take it with a grain of salt. But he looks pretty damn good out there. He spins it well. He gets the ball out on time. And we didn't see too much of him holding the ball and running backward whenever there was pursuit. Now, we'll see if that changes if he gets into an NFL regular season game and the defenses are throwing unique looks at him. We'll see if that changes. But from what we've seen, I got to give Shador a lot more credit than I did a month ago.
Okay, and then today I have a debate question for the show. In chat, feel free to chime in too. I gave out a bet today that Dallas Cowboys plus 180 to make the playoffs. And I know people will hate on that, but they won 12 games 4 years in a row. Last year, Dak and Parsons got hurt. I like Dak's lost weight. I love them adding George Pickens opposite CeeDee Lamb. And I'm not sitting here saying the Cowboys are going to be better than the Eagles or win that division, but I think they're a wild card this year. Am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy at all. As a semi-Cowboys fan, I hope they make the playoffs. I hope everybody stays healthy. And I believe, just like you, if they do, they will make the playoffs. And one other thing to think about, the NFC East, there's a different winner every single year in that division. There's no guarantee that the Eagles are going to win the NFC East. Maybe the Cowboys win 12, 13 games and they unseat the Eagles as far as the division is concerned. And then you look at the rest of the NFC. I think the Cowboys are better than the majority of the teams in the NFC when they're fully healthy. And I do think they make the playoffs as well. The Eagles will be the question as far as the division. But making the playoffs, I think the Cowboys should have worse odds than plus 180. I
I
think they should
know.
almost be even money, to be
I
honest.
know. I think it was a good bet, but I'm
Yeah,
curious
I
what
do
other
too.
people think because I think the narrative on the Cowboys is out of control. Like they had
Yep.
4 really good years, and then your starting quarterback and your franchise pass rusher go down last year. I mean, if that happens again, clearly they won't make the playoffs. But
Well,
that was a
and I'll
bet.
tell you what, I love the George Pickens trade. They take some of the heat off CD. They give Dak a second weapon. So far, looking through some of the training camp videos, I mean, Pickens looks good. He looks good out there. We know he's got all the talent in the world. He's had shitty quarterbacks the last couple years. Maybe he finally becomes the guy he was truly supposed to be. I mean, he's got a ton of talent, and I think that Dak could be the guy to finally bring all of that potential to its boiling point. So if the Cowboys stay healthy, they make the playoffs 100%.
Yeah, so that's one of my takes. Cowboys sleeper team this year. Do you've already mentioned your Jaguars thing. Do you have any other sleeper teams other than Jacksonville?
I think Jacksonville, that's kind of my main thing. Um, I haven't looked deep enough into all the teams yet. I've been kind of stuck on the fantasy side of everything. So as we get closer to the season, I'll have some more hot takes. But for me right now, Jacksonville is definitely my hot take. I think they're just going to be a much better offense with Liam Cohen leading the way. And honestly, this is a make or break year for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, it really is. He's got all the weapons around him right now. I mean, 2 potential studs. We know Brian Thomas Jr. is a stud. It looks like Travis Hunter could be that dude as well. But if Trevor Lawrence doesn't get them to the playoffs, I mean, I'm kind of done with him. I don't know, but this is their year. It has to be. I don't think they have any excuses, and that division is weak.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to say shout out to Ella. Loved having her on earlier. Go ahead. We had any chat?
Yeah, we got a couple questions in the chat. Mincy, what did you think about the Saints in the preseason?
Look, Tyler Shuck
Good
threw that
question.
pick six, but he looked pretty good other than that. And I think that's like a microcosm of what's coming this year. There's going to be some stupid
Yep.
mistakes, and there'll be some good throws of potential. Like, despite the pick six being bad, I thought he wasn't awful other than that. I don't think Spencer Rattler's. I've said this from day one. I'm just not a Rattler fan. Everybody tried to, act like he was good. He's just not good. I think Shuck's the guy, is what I think.
Yes.
As far as the rest of the Saints stuff, what I'm concerned about, Will Clapp, who's going to be the 6th offensive lineman utility, he's out for the year. Also, Trevor Penning got hurt, is out a few weeks. He's moved inside the guard. The offensive line was the one thing when you looked at this team that looked like a strength, and bodies are already flying out. And then Alontae Taylor is one of the best corners, has a groin injury already. I mean, I don't know what it is in the water about the Saints and Pelicans, but man, those two teams, just nobody can stay on the field ever. Both sports. Something about it. But yeah, look, I mean, I just think that's you're going to see dumb mistakes by Shuck, and you'll probably see good moments. But I'm not, my expectations are very tempered toward the Saints bunch.
I'll tell you this: Spencer Rattler sucks. He
I
is not
agree.
an NFL quarterback. He sucks. I'm not saying Tyler Shuck's going to be a stud by any means, but I definitely think the Saints' best chance this year at winning some games is to put Shuck out there and just see what happens. And I agree with you; he's going to have some growing pains, but he can also surprise some people as well. Look, Olave and Shaheed. That's not the worst 2 receivers to
No,
throw
and
to.
Kamara is such a good safety valve too.
100%. And if they can get a little bit going, Kellen Moore's a good play caller. I actually think the Saints are going to be better than people think. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team by any means, but I think they can win 5 or 6 games. Which, if you said that a couple weeks ago, people would call you crazy saying they could win 6 games. So I don't know. I think that's their best option. I think Olave could have a very underrated season as well, only if Shuck is the quarterback.
Yeah,
Only.
well, in theory, what you're saying, the Olave, Shaheed, Kamara, you got, and Juwan Johnson's a good pass catching tight end. You got good weapons. Just let's see
Yep.
if they can stay on the field. And the other problem is everybody's tiny. You don't have any big receivers. There's no
Yeah,
size.
and I worry about the offensive line as well. Chadwick Moff, he said he's got a hot take, and his hot take is the Broncos win the AFC East. What do you think about
West.
that?
You mean West?
AFC West, my bad. West. Yeah.
It could have. Well, look, I mean, it's like one of those things. Every year we're waiting on the Chiefs to fall off. But like they've been winning so many close games for years, they are more vulnerable than we think. The Rashee Rice suspension looms huge here because they're a different offense when he's out there. And if it's, I don't know if it's going to be 2, 4, 6, what. And he's coming off a major injury. But no, I mean, I love the Broncos too. The Chargers are also good, but that Rashawn Slater injury is a bad one. They just gave him 4 years, $113 million, and the offensive line was going to be on the streets of that team. Look, the way Bo Nix played last year, if he can take another leap forward with the weapons they got around him and they have a talented, very good defense, I think it's certainly possible. I definitely think they make it back to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think it's a crazy take by any means. I think the Broncos, that division feels more open than it ever has. Do I still think the Chiefs are the best team in the division? Yes, they have the best coach. They have the best quarterback. They have the best weapons and the best defense. So I still think they are the team to beat. Gun to my head, I'm taking the Chiefs. But, man, Sean Payton is just – he's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
He's super re-energized in Denver right now,
yes.
too. Like, he took that year off. And then that first year, he had the Russ Wilson thing. It was kind of a throwaway year. He had to get the culture fixed. They had to deal with Russell Wilson's awful contract, that salary cap thing that still hurt him. But he handpicked his guy, Nix. Now he's made the roster the way he wants it. Couldn't have had a better first year with Nix. I mean, making the playoffs as starting rookie quarterback. And you got to think that they're going to take steps forward this year.
Yeah, and look, I'll tell you what, that division went from having terrible coaches to all of a sudden having 3 really good coaches.
4. Pete Carroll's a good coach too. I mean, I don't think his team's any good.
Yeah. Sure, and I should have said Carroll as well. I just don't think he's going to be able to do enough to make that team good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think somebody's got to lose 6 games against the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. I mean, I don't believe in the Raiders.
Yeah,
maybe if they're in the NFC, if they're in the NFC South, maybe they can compete.
I think they would probably win the South, possibly. I don't think the South's going to be very good. I think the Texans take a step back. I think the Jags take a step forward. I don't have much belief in the Titans, and obviously the Colts are a huge question mark for me as well. Chadwick Moff, Mintzy, would you make out with Joe Burrow for lifetime tickets to LSU games?
No. Hell no. I basically already have
Mintzy is obviously a big-time LSU fan. He's told me multiple times that's his favorite team. So I'm surprised by that.
His narrative's absurd. His narrative's stupid. Even though
anything else we had on here, Mr. Nuts was talking about the Falcons. We're both pretty high.
Dude, we're both Penix. I'm a big Penix energy. Yeah. I'm a believer. I mean, dude, he almost won the national championship at Washington. And I love the way he pushes the ball down the field. And I also think on the Penix thing, last year Cousins was the guy going into the year. Now that Penix has had a full offseason as the guy to learn the offense and stuff, I feel like that, he kind of got thrown in late in the year last year. I mean, I feel like he's going to be ready this year.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And I know people have said it plenty of times. I've said it before. I think Kyle Pitts has his year with Penix at quarterback. I think it's the year. I've got Pitts. I drafted him in the team that Mintzy and I are splitting. I think it's a big year for Kyle Pitts. I think Drake London has a huge year. But, look, outside of those two, obviously they have their stud running back in Bijan Robinson. But as far as pass catchers are concerned, I like Pitts to be the number 2 guy in that offense. And I think he's going to have a big year.
All right. Shout Chad. What's his last name? How you say that?
Chadwick Moff. There was one more from Boggs. He said, Mintzy, who is winning the heads-up poker game between Prez and Nate?
Oh. I mean, for Nate's sake, I hope he does, because if he loses it, I mean, it's like there's never been a bigger Armageddon for a person if he doesn't win this. Dave probably hadn't played poker in like 10 or 15 years. But the thing is, Nate, the psychology of this match with Nate and Dave, like Nate, I feel like there's so much pressure on Nate, something could happen. Oh, gosh. Man, that's fascinating. I mean, I would like to say Nate because Dave probably hadn't played a poker hand in 10 or 15 years, but I'm worried Nate could overthink something.
Yeah. Well, and look, the fact that it's heads up, Prez is probably going to play a little wild. He's not the most studied poker player, and I think that's just a big wild card.
He's going to just try to cook Nate. It's going to be all psychology. Yeah. He's just going to try to melt Nate's brain.
And how much is it? They playing for like 10K or something?
10 or 20. I can't remember which.
And I mean, you have to think that doesn't mean jack shit to Dave.
It means a lot to Nate.
It means a lot to Nate, exactly. So there's going to be that. Obviously, he's playing against Prez. It's his boss. Like there's just
Dave's
so
not worried
much
about the
more
money. It's gonna be
pressure
all
for Nate.
psychology. The
Yes,
table
100%.
talk's gonna be great too. Dave's gonna be messing with them a lot.
I think there is a chance that Dave could catch Nate, where Nate thinks, oh, like Prez is bluffing here, and then Portnoy's just got
Dude,
a
it's
huge
heads
hand.
up. Anybody, anything can
And,
happen.
yeah, for
There's a
sure,
lot of
for sure.
variants. I don't know. I mean, I can't wait to watch it. I can tell you that.
Chat's got some more fantasy football stuff. They want to know what we think about Tyler Warren. Stone Papa Smurf says he's high on Tyler Warren going into this season. I think from a skill standpoint, Tyler Warren has a chance to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I just worry about his quarterback play, and who knows who's even going to start.
Well, see, my thing is if Daniel Jones plays, I really like Warren because I think Jones can like throw the tight end and stuff. But if Richardson plays, I'm off everything involving the Colts passing game. My instincts think Jones is going to win it. I know they both look crappy, and Richardson got banged up already when he took that hit from that Raven in that game. But I think Warren's so talented. I like him more than most because I think Jones is going to be the guy, and if Jones starts, I think he's going to be good value. I like him, and I think he's very talented. And Shane Steichen, underrated play caller if he can get a quarterback to throw.
Well, I said this on here a couple weeks ago. I think their best option is to have Daniel Jones as the starter and then have packages for Anthony Richardson in short yardage situations,
Red
red zone
zone.
situations. Yeah, where you can have the option of him running the football into the end zone. It's not that Daniel Jones doesn't have great legs, but Anthony Richardson is one of the best running quarterbacks in the NFL. So I think that's what will ultimately happen. Daniel Jones is your guy, but there's plenty of packages for Richardson.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. But I like Warren. I do. I just believe if I thought Richardson was going to be the starter, I would say don't draft Warren. But my instincts have been saying Jones is the guy. You could just read between the lines. The Colts are fed up with Richardson, and they gave Jones $14 million to come in and take a shot. So I think he's got a really good shot to win that job.
And this is kind of the interesting thing. If you're drafting this week, like you have to make those decisions. Is Warren worth the risk if in case Anthony Richardson wins the job? Obviously, if you draft a couple days before the season starts, like I believe you should, then you'll have more clarity on who's going to be the quarterback and you can make some more sound decisions. But it's going to be a big time risk versus reward situation with Warren if you're drafting in the next week.
Yeah. Any other appreciate the fantasy questions. And like you said, FFF pod coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have all the quarterback stuff tomorrow. Stone Papa Smurf says he's all in on Bucky Irving in round 2. You're not going to hear any.
I don't have any beef there. I mean, he had over 1,000 yards last year, and I think he builds on it. I also think the Bucs are going to lean on the running game, and Bucky can kind of catch. Rashad White was that third down back catching passes, but Bucky was catching screens and stuff too. And that offense scores a lot of points. I mean, I don't have any reason not to believe in Bucky.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. He's the lead back. He does have 2 guys behind him that can both go. They're going to see, look, Sean Tucker and Rashad White are going to get touches. So it's not like Bucky Irving has the backfield entirely to himself. I would prefer Bucky in the early 3rd if you could get lucky enough for him to fall to you there. That's a big gamble, big risk, though. Mr. Nuts wants to know what are our thoughts on Ashton Jeanty going into the year.
Oh, man, I've got a lot to say for the fantasy football pod running back preview. But I think he's talented, but he is, drafting top 10 overall, top 8 overall, getting drafted over Derrick Henry is the most absurd thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. He's on a team that I don't think is that good in the Raiders. How can anybody look you in the eye and say I'm taking Jeanty over Henry? What are we watching? Like, what are we doing here? One's got Lamar Jackson, had 15 touchdowns last year, gets all the goal line carry. Literally, that's like, we'll talk more about it on the FFF pod. But when I see these draft orders, Jeanty going over Henry, I'm literally losing my mind. Like, I just cannot understand how that's possible.
No, I'm right there with you. Look, if somebody gets Jeanty and he balls out and he makes himself worthy of a first round pick, then they're just a smarter man than me. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather see somebody else hold on to him. I can't take that kind of risk with my first pick.
No, I think Jeanty, and then I'm a little worried. The other first round pick, I'm worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown with no Ben Johnson. Yep. And the fact was, he had a huge couple of years, but last year with Jameson Williams emerging, and they have Laporta and Gibbs and Montgomery, the ball's getting spread out a little more. And, I just can't see how this Ben Johnson thing's good. So, Jeanty and Amon-Ra St. Brown, they're going in the first round, and do not have first round grades on either one of them. I'm always leery of the rookie. They're leery of the rookie running backs.
Yeah, especially in that situation. That's just the offense is not going to be good.
No,
The offensive line is average.
tough
at
defense.
best.
3 really good defenses in that division too.
Yeah, I don't trust him. I really don't trust him.
I just don't understand like how it's possible that he could be going over Henry. Like literally, what are people watching? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like I know Henry's getting older, but he's freaking indestructible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, he is.
And then let's say he does slow down and doesn't run for as many yards. He's still going to score. I mean, the Ravens are going to score a ton of points, and he's going to get double-digit touchdowns. You don't know that about Ashton Genty. You don't have any clue.
I agree. I think Derrick Henry's going to take a small step back because I think they're going to try and save him for the playoffs. They don't want him to get hurt. He's not going to get as many touches.
And Keaton Mitchell's
as he has
healthier, and so they got to change the pace.
Yes. Keaton Mitchell, by the way. Last pick of your draft Keaton Mitchell. I'll go ahead and throw that to you guys. I love Keaton Mitchell. If anything were to happen to Derrick Henry, he becomes an immediate RB2. He can catch the football in the backfield. He's got take it to the house speed at any moment. He is the injury concern. He can't seem to stay healthy. But if you can get him with your last pick in the draft, I mean, the kid's got ridiculous amounts of upside.
Shout out chat, loving the fire away. Appreciate y'all firing away questions.
Yeah, we got a couple more. We'll hit a couple more here before we close this down. They're talking about JSN in the 3rd round. How do you feel about JSN this season?
Look, I think he's an incredibly talented guy. If Geno was still there and there was continuity, I'd feel better. Because losing DK on the other side and switching quarterbacks, I think he'll be good, but that's a lot to deal with. And it's not a knock on his talent. I mean, he's definitely the number one guy. But DK, you always had to leave safeties deep because the home run threat. And I'll be honest, what are we going to get from Sam Darnold this year? Because I have absolutely no idea. He had that huge year last year, and then he fell apart in the last game in Detroit in the playoff game. Now he's the guy in Seattle. I just don't know, man. I mean, he could be good, but I'm not. That's not a road I'm trying to go down.
JSN's a guy that I'm passing on at his current ADP personally because of the quarterback concerns. And look, he could easily have a sensational year. It's entirely possible. For me, I'm passing on him there. I'm waiting a couple rounds, I guess 3 or 4 rounds after that spot. I'm going with a Ricky Pearsall, who's going to be the number 1 receiver in San Francisco, it looks like. I just think you can get very similar numbers from Pearsall as what you're going to get this year from JSN a few rounds later. That's just my personal game plan. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But JSN, for me, he's just a little tough to stomach at the current ADP.
I think so too. Very talented though.
Give us your favorite low-key city town to visit.
Charleston, South Carolina, for sure. I just think it's. I mean, I'm not saying it's low key, but it's not one of the major cities of the United States. But it's the jewel of the South. It's beautiful. You got beaches. You got great seafood. Beautiful women. Good people. I mean, every time I go to Charleston, I'm just smiling the whole time. So I'd say Charleston is my winner here.
Austin is one of my favorite places to go, but that's not really low key. I'll tell you what, Bend, Oregon.
Okay,
maybe the most beautiful place. Maybe the most beautiful place in the entire country. Absolutely gorgeous. Bend, Oregon. Not a party city. You can go skiing and stuff up there if you want, snowboarding. But I'm telling you, it's one of the most gorgeous places on the entire planet.
If we're going low key, if we're going low key, because Charleston's still a fairly big city, we're going real low key. I'm going to give a shout out to my sister and brother-in-law who figured this thing out. Highlands, North Carolina is freaking awesome. It's only 15,000 people. It's gorgeous up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's an hour from Asheville. I mean, just waterfalls and just you're in the mountains. It's picturesque. It's beautiful. They got sweet downtown. So it's just awesome. So if you want to go off the grid, that Highlands, Cashers, North Carolina, super underrated. They got to figure it out there.
Last things here, and then we'll jump out. Stone Papa Smurf says Thornton for the Raiders, their rookie wide receiver, is his recommendation for the last pick. What do you think about that?
Like it. The upset. Look, here's the thing. When it comes to the last pick, if you pick someone and they suck and you cut them, who gives a damn? Shoot for the moon. And he's one of the only 2 receivers in the NFL that's 6'4", 6'5", and runs a 4.35 or less. I mean, it's if he could somehow catch some Geno deep balls and there's opportunity in that offense, I love it. Look, like I said, if you take him last pick, who cares if he busts? The upside's there, and he could be a dude that could catch some bombs. So I do like that as like a last-round pick. And just in fantasy in general, those last-round picks, I just love gambling on huge upside because it's not – if you're not investing anything in them and you don't need them to be good, why not just shoot for the moon?
But they could win you your league. That's
Exactly.
the thing that you have to. Those picks could win you your league. I'm big on Keaton Mitchell with one of my last 2 picks, and then the other guy that I'm taking, and I burned some money on him on our final pick in the auction draft was Quinshawn Judkins. Just who knows what's going to happen with his legal battle? Who freaking knows? But a few weeks ago, he was a guy that was getting drafted. Like people were just hyping him up, thinking he was going to be a top 5 or 6 round pick. If you can get him with your last pick, let him sit on your bench, let this stuff happen. I mean, I think there's just ridiculous amounts of upside there. None of the other running backs for the Browns are really worth a shit. Judkins is the guy that I'm taking with my final pick because the upside is immense, or he could not play the entire season. We'll see.
Yeah, and also just Jerome Ford sucks. So, like,
yes.
I mean, he's the most talented guy on the roster, and he was the first pick of the second round, or one of the first picks of the second round. Like, they clearly took him planning on playing him.
Who's the other kid that they have?
They watch out for Dylan Sampson, the Tennessee back. He's
Sampson.
good.
Yes, that's it.
And Sampson's good too. No, Sampson
Yep.
was really good in college. Like if you watch Tennessee the last couple of years, the passing game with Nico wasn't that good. Sampson carried that offense running the ball. He's good. He's worth. If you were gonna, it's worth almost having both of them and just hoping one of them emerges.
Yeah, because Jerome Ford's he's dog shit.
No, he's
All right.
Jag.
All right,
He's Jag. The old Jag, just the guy.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. All right, guys, I think that's it. Appreciate you, chat. Everybody chiming in. Definitely, we appreciate it. We're going to be talking a lot of football moving forward. When the season starts, maybe like on Thursdays, we give out some picks for the weekend or something.
Yeah, no doubt.
Make a lot of sense. And
yeah, and then we'll have the Barstool Beach House clips going tomorrow during the show too.
Sounds good. All right.
Get out of here. Thank y'all very much. Shout out Ella Grif. Good luck at the Beach House.